He said he forgot about his drink. Ah, no worries. Dave said first like and comment. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. I messed up there. All right. How are you doing? Live chat. Okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me all right. All right. Let's see. Mute that. We don't need to stop it. We'll just mute it. Alton, he says, "What's up, Dash? How you doing, Alton? This evening, are you working? I guess hopefully you're working, because if you are working, that means you can hang out, unless there's a snowstorm or something else, some other weather issue in the Austin area. Really appreciate you hanging out. I've been trying to figure out how I can get down to Austin. It probably won't be until after the kids get out of school or something, but I'm trying to drive to Austin. Hojo says, cheers, Dash. What's in the cup tonight? The cup. Here is the cup. I have not filled the cup yet, but we have some clear. We got some clear. So this, what was this one? This one I was told was like about 100 proof. And I guess before we pour, might as well take a sip straight up. Hey, Grumpus. He says, hey, Dash and everybody. I remember somebody telling me that I was a city boy and didn't know anything about corn, moonshine. And boy, oh boy, I learned. All right, that's all half the jar. I limit myself on what I put in this cup. Sean, what up? What up? No, I hope to not take down the whole jar. But you guys get to talking, and we get to talking, and I get to drinking, and so then I got some of this stuff. You guys who have this readily available to you, you guys suck, because this stuff is, it's so good. My wife was traveling last week, and I was talking about this Milo's tea and how I couldn't get it, but I wanted to try it because I kept seeing it advertised, and she found it and brought some back for me. So I have been holding on to this tea. So this one is peach sweet tea in the whole. Oh man, that is fantastic. For the record, I did not leave very much room in my cup for the sweet tea, and it's peach. Wow. Mix this around just a little bit. Not like it's gonna make that much of a difference. Oh yeah, buddy. All right, so let's see. Let me catch up on the comments here. Grumpus is here. Jimmy is here. Brian V. Strom is here. What's up, man? He says, "Hola, Grumpus. You taking down the entire mason jar tonight?" No, Hojo. I'm hoping to not to. When I take down the entire mason jar, that's when I usually end up falling asleep on video or on the live stream, and I'll be slumped half. Like I'll start a thought in my head, and then I just start talking, and then the eyes go wonky. Terry's here. What up, Terry? How you doing this evening? Quentin says 100 proof, not bad. My bourbon is 94, and I should be sleeping here in about an hour. Brian says learning can be fun. Yes, indeed. Yes, I definitely did learn a lot, man. That stuff ain't good for a lower A1C. I know, Alton. Every now and again I have to, I won't say treat myself, but I am aware. And it's funny when I so she bought me Because the whole thing was, I talked about this tea, and I was like, "Yo, everybody, I keep seeing people talking about this tea. I want to try this tea. I want to try this tea." So she bought me extra sweet, uh, zero sugar, and then this one. So I want to say I balanced it out, but the extra sweet one, I took a week to drink it, because I was, just having a little bit here and there. The zero sugar one, that was a gallon actually, and the other ones are smaller. And it was good. It was really good. So like I said, I got a balance, got some balance in there. Mike Revette, excuse me, says, "Hello, good sir." Good sir. Braz B Games says, "I'm glad I finally caught one of your lives. Been watching your videos on Bessie over the past couple of weeks because I've been building a smoker of my own." Well, nice. Congratulations, Braz. What's going on? Tell me more about your build in a little bit. Josh says, "Evening all. I have a quick question if you don't mind me asking. I'm curious as to what type of steel is used when building a custom barrel smoker." So I'm not 100% sure, but usually it's rather thin gauge metal. Um, from what I understand, it's like 16 or 20 gauge is like a 55-gallon drum, a 55-gallon barrel. You guys, someone could look it up. What is the metal thickness of a 55-gallon drum? But it's pretty thin. Like I said, I think it might be like 16 gauge. I think it's 16 gauge or 20 gauge. It's very thin metal. That's why usually when folks build smokers, grills out of steel drums, they end up burning through them. Quentin says, "Hey everyone." Yeah, Mike said, "I got my big smoker built about 90% complete." Nice. Terry said, "I'm doing good. How am I doing?" "I'm doing great, man. Look, you know what? Salute to everyone that's here. Thank you so very much for hanging out. We're going to say hey to everybody for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to get down to the get down, and we're going to talk about cooking new things. Delta Sim Pilot, what's going on? He says, "Hey, Dash, how's it going?" "I'm chilling." Braz says, "This is a 275 oil tank like Bessie." Nice, nice. So if it's a 275-gallon oil tank like Bessie, it might be 12 or 14 gauge. The oil drums are a little thicker than a 55-gallon drum, but not by very much. Kent, what's up, man? He says, "Hey, Dash." She's big. Okay. Got an affinity for the big girls, huh? Oh man. Nothing wrong with that. So how's everybody doing tonight? Kent, how you doing? Grumpus, how are you? Alton, what's going on with you, man? I see you got the pool cleaned up. You been swimming yet? Or is it just you just sit by the pool? It's not how you stand by your pool. It's how you swim in your pool, Alton. Quentin, how are you this evening? Google says you were right on. The average steel drum is 16 to 20 gauge. And the 275-gallon oil heat tank, they're like 12 to 14 gauge. Actually, you know what? No, it might be 8 to 10. Why am I thinking 8? No. For whatever reason, it might. I think Bessie. There's a stamp on Bessie, and because Bessie is such an old drum, or an old tank, that one has a slightly higher gauge than some of the newer tanks. Where I think the newer 275-gallon tanks are like 12 gauge, maybe. But my tank is a 10 gauge. Whatever the current ones are, it's one step higher. She's thick. You ever cook gator? No, never cooked it. I have eaten it, but never cooked it. Jamie says, "Hey yo, this is me repping CC Crimson Creek Smokehouse from my spot for the night, cause Mr. Smooth Out is already donezo." Well, that's what's up, Jamie. Thank you so very much. You know, for hanging out. Let me point. Yeah, Jamie's over there. Hi. Sorry. CS says, hey Dash, I'll be in Philadelphia next week and want a legit cheesesteak. Can you suggest a place? Delisandro's. Delisandro's. It's on is it Henry Avenue? Henry and Schoolhouse? No, Henry. I think it's Henry Avenue. Henry and Walnut. I think it's Henry and Walnut Lane. Delisandro's. DELASANDRO''S. Delisandro's. Make sure you have cash. Take like $15 with you at least. And my suggestion is to get a triple cheesesteak, American provolone and whiz. And then whatever, I'm gonna say whatever toppings, but how I get my steaks: salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo. I don't do onions on my steaks. Every now and again I get in the onion mood, but most of the time I don't get onions. Triple cheese, and I like hot peppers fried in with my steak. So hot peppers, not like green peppers or red peppers. I want hot peppers. So that is my suggestion. Take and do with that as you will. All right. Alice is just keeping low profile, being less accessible, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. CS only cheesesteak worth them, and the whole city is from Delisandro's. Yeah, I think is it DELE? I thought it was DALE. But either way, if you say Delisandro's, or even start typing in or just search Google, like Google, take me to Delisandro's. You'll get there. I bought some the other day. Can't wait to try it. Nice. Hojo said smoke the gator rib and tail. Use the gator loin for a jambalaya. Nice. Damn, that boy good. Yes, it's on Henry and Walnut. Yes. Dash says, we love you 24/7, 365. Just saying. Oh, that's what's up. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you. Hojo said, how you going to cook it, Mike? Yeah, how you going to cook that gator? You should use some gator shake on the gator. I would say ask me how I know, but yeah. Oh boy, Steven jumped in here and he's trying to jump on me because I said I like hot peppers, but I don't know nothing. The hot peppers I'm using and talking about they pale in comparison to the hot peppers that Steven is going to. Steven, I'm I represent, but your sticker where I found a place for your sticker is like in the most grabbed spot on the cup. I'm so sorry. Neil says hi. What up, Neil? How you doing this evening? Oh wait, Neil. Hey. He's up in the Great White North. Jimmy says, Brother Steven. Yes. All right. So there are 25 of you guys here. Usually for the first 10, 15 minutes or so, we say hi and make sure all is well and, check on folks and make sure things are getting done. So I'm glad we've kind of gotten the niceties out of the way. So now let's talk about cooking something new. What is something that you want to cook new? I would say I'll go first, but I want to try to just try to cook things in, I won't say new methodology, but I've cooked some new things recently. I cooked some pork belly burnt ends recently. I did some pork belly burnt ends, and I think I did them okay. I made bacon, but I've made bacon before, so that's not new. What else have I done lately? I mean, as I talk to you guys, I will. Taste lesson number 3. What's something I cooked new recently, aside from the pork belly and the bacon? But I've cooked bacon before. Excuse me. You don't know? Oh well. Okay. Thank you. She doesn't know. She can't remember. I can't even. Neil says just watched the hockey game too. Terry says, hey y'all, hit that thumbs up, please. Yes. Quentin says I'm gonna set a timer to see how long this topic lasts for science. Yeah, Quentin, you go ahead, start that timer. Was thinking of wrapping it in bacon and smoking it, but I don't know. I want to try smoking bologna. I've smoked bologna. Bologna. If Marcus were here, he would call that. They call it Oklahoma something. He had me cracking up talking about how they call it. They smoke. Um, they smoke a lot of bologna in Oklahoma, and he's got a name for it. I don't know, Jamie. Can you? No, Alton, I have not grilled ribs yet. I refuse. Uh, CS says I want to cook a smoked duck. So CS, I'm gonna tell you that that's not necessarily I'm gonna say a good thing. So smoking duck is a little interesting. I've smoked duck before. I want to say I've attempted to smoke duck. Let me put it that way. With in regards to smoking duck, you want to have the duck. The duck needs to be like rare, but duck is very fatty, so you need to blast the skin. So high heat is what you need to blast the skin, which does not necessarily lend itself to smoking. So it was one of those things where I tried to smoke it at a lower temperature and then turn the temperature up, and it just did not work out. Now, with the, I won't say advent, but with the fact that I have torches like the grill gun and the weed burner that I have in use from Harbor Freight, it might be a little easier, a little better, but just know that you are going to have to crisp up that skin, and it's a little difficult. Josh said like a whole chub of bologna. Yeah, man. Shoot, you know what I tell you? Bologna smoke tastes like hot dog. Like it really does. It just tastes like a hot dog, like a big old hot dog, like a flat hot dog. Quentin says I want to cook blue crabs that I catch out of the bay on the egg. Okay. I guess Jimmy says he did a smoked duck. Is what your mic has exploded. Your audio got weird for a second. Sorry. No, just a slab. Wife wouldn't let me buy a whole gator. Okay, scratching your shit. Fixed it. Thanks. Oh, shirt. All right. Lamb is good. Yes. Oh, who said lamb? Oh, I'm thinking lamb. William Peace. So lamb is fantastic. Lamb is one of those things that I cook regularly, and I have a few customers that I'm gonna say get lamb from me all the time. I feel like I'm cooking lamb once every like 5 to 8 weeks. I won't say once a month, but like every 5 to 8 weeks, I have an order for lamb. I have a few customers, like 5, 6 customers, that all they get from me is lamb. Hit me up. Hey, can I get a leg of lamb and some beef ribs? Can I get a leg of lamb and this? Or like I have one lady, she gets wings all the time. She actually just got wings last weekend and or last Thursday, and she usually gets wings and lamb. That's the same lady, young lady, who I cook the spare ribs for, full slabs of spares for her. So yeah, Oklahoma prime rib is bologna. Bologna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oklahoma prime rib. Neil saying too. Why do you refuse to grill ribs? Because they should be smoked. I'm just not a fan of how, like, just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean you should do something. I am a fan of like making sure those ribs are nice and tender. I don't want to have to. So one of the things too, like I'm not a fan of hard bark brisket. I've told you guys before. I equate that to like a hard cookie. Same thing for ribs. I don't want to have to like bite and pull and gnaw on those ribs. I want a clean pull off the bone. And I feel like that clean pull off the bone is just something that comes when you eat. That's just my personal opinion, and that's just how I feel about it. I'm not a fan of grilled ribs. Hey, listen, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. We are 20 minutes in. Shout out to Bumpy and the Rewatch Gang. If you are a part of the Rewatch Gang, please comment Rewatch Gang down below. I appreciate you guys and want to say thank you and give you guys a special shout out. Those of you guys who are rewatching. Bumpy is the self proclaimed president of the Rewatch Gang, so I gotta shout him out. Jimmy said he did a smoked lasagna last week. Looking at the views, it didn't get my whole family to watch it. I didn't get my whole family to watch it. Yeah. Grandpa says he wants to quick cure something. He says anything. Hojo says slab of gator wrapped in bacon is a great idea. Yeah. CS says ooh, nice tip. Yes. Okay. Toronto's up by 2, I guess, or 2-0 maybe. Yes. So definitely you need to, if you're gonna smoke it, but you gotta like not baste it, blast it with some heat to try and crisp up that skin. Hojo says my buddy has trapped a couple possums and wants me to smoke one. I said no way. I'm putting that rodent on my smoker. Good answer. Quentin says possum is actually really good. Sure. Oh. Hojo says Costco Business Center in Dallas has whole goats. Cabrito. So the Restaurant Depot near me has whole goats and whole lambs. Actually, I believe they're whole goats and lamb. And I talked to one of the meat guys there, and he told me that if I wanted to order a like a suckling pig, I could through them. Quint said I had it a few times as a kid. I remember liking it a lot. Look, there you go. Out and said hard pass, Quentin. Yeah, you saw my slow blink, right? That ain't for me. Hojo said I have had raccoon, but I don't think possum will be happening anytime soon. Listen, if Marcus were here, that dude, man, I swear that dude eat anything. I swear he eat anything. He be telling me about like the different birds he's had and the snakes and other rodents and squirrel growing up, and I'm sure he's probably had possum and I don't know about raccoon, but not for me. Like I'm drawing the line. There's just some things I just not gonna be able to do it, and I'm a pretty adventurous eater. Just nope, nope, nope. Not gonna be able to do it. All right, so what else new are you guys looking forward to trying to cook, or what else new would you like to cook, like a bucket list cook item, if you will. Oh man, I'm telling you guys now. I apologize. I did not have an energy drink today, so when I start doing the Y word, yep. When I start, you just know why. All right. I mean, can we get some other things to eat than? I mean, a squirrel isn't. Is a squirrel considered a rodent? I think a squirrel might be a mammal. Not 100% sure. The corn is kicking in. But yes, what else would you guys like to cook? I'm trying to think what else is something I want to cook. I just want to try different methods of cooking some of the things that I cook. One of the things that I've been doing recently is I've been using my Traeger to cook a lot more. And I really feel like one of the problems I had when I was using the Traeger before is I had the temperature up too high. when I was trying to smoke different things. And that temperature being at 250 or 275 degrees versus 225, it makes a big difference on how things cook on that cooker, which is mind-boggling to me. I've had that cooker now for 4 or 5 years, and I feel like I am just now learning, if you will, how to cook with it. I try to apply a similar practice of how I cook different things with my other smokers at, excuse me, called it, at higher temperatures to help things speed along, to help things cook faster. But that's the exact opposite, because one of the problems I used to have with this cooker is I felt like everything was dried out, because when you turn the temperature up on the trigger, the fan blows harder. The fan blows harder means higher convection. Higher convection means the surface of whatever it is that I'm cooking is going to be drier. That being said, excuse me, when I turn the temperature down, I don't get that same drying effect, which is fantastic. It's phenomenal. So I like it a lot. All right. Anybody else? Oh no. Why? Why? I see Laura comment. I see Laura's comment on my on my laptop. I don't know why I'm not seeing Laura's comment. Come on, can I get the live chat, please? What is going on? What is happening here? All right, so let's see. I tried to hold. What is that? What the heck happened to my comments here? Why can't I see the comments? I don't know why my comments went away. And I don't want to press that. All right, so I'm going to have to kind of read the comments off of my laptop here. I'm so sorry. Oh boy, now I got to catch back up to the comments. All right, Steven talking about peppers. Brandon said I would love to try reverse here in a tomahawk. Now that is a game changer. Fantastic. If you want to know how to cook a tomahawk, you really need to. Well, I won't say you really need to, but Marcus from Crimson Creek, yo, he is, yeah, that dude. He can do a reverse here on a tomahawk. I'm still trying to catch up. Hojo, thank you again. Oklahoma prime rib is bologna. Oh, the comments went back up again. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on here. I see Laura's here, and Laura jinxed me. Yes. It was all Laura's fault. I see Laura came in. Possum will eat anything, dead or alive. Raccoon will at least wash his food first. Will it really? I did not know that. I would like to cook a brisket, but it looks like cows here don't have any. But on a serious note, that cut of meat I can only get in special meat shops is the island, and the price is up there. Oh, the cut of meat I can only get in special meat shops on the island, and the price is up there. Yes, indeed. Steven, I want to say I feel for you, but the cows there on Trinidad, I'm sure, I want to say, compared to cows in the States where they fatten them up to, to eat them, I'm sure there's no comparison. Grumpus says, no possum on my plate. Oh man, look out! It says pass on lamb too while we're at it. I don't know what Alton has against lamb, and that's why he said he doubled down on it too. I see. He said I said what I said. He doubled down. Laura says, "Hey Dash and all not working tonight." Yeah, nice. I know, and I swear, Laura, I have not yawned since you have not been here. That was the first time I've yawned in months, months. Haven't yawned ever since you've been here. Um, look, Grumpus says I'll take Alton's lamb. Hojo said there's a guy in South Texas who has posted some smoked alligator gar videos. Looks like prehistoric fish. Yes, definitely. CS said I tried I tried a whole his and it got bombed. What? I don't know. Neil said I would like to try pork belly burnt ends or pork apps. So I used the knife that I used for slicing brisket, and one of the things that I did, and I've done this in videos before, where I use the edge of the knife to cut even sized pieces, and they end up being like that. The blade on that knife is about an inch, so they ended up being about an inch cubed, and or inch cubes, and they were, I mean, smoked them for, I think I smoked them for 3 or 4 hours. I did turn them over halfway during the cook, and then I put them in a pan with some butter and some brown sugar, and I mean, they turned out really well. My family liked them a lot, and I did not. The first time I did them, I put them a decent amount of sauce in the pan, and my family, it's like sometimes they want sauce and stuff, other times they don't. And when I did them the first time with sauce, they're like, these probably would be better without sauce, or with just about like a light glaze of sauce. So I put a little bit less. I put a light bit of sauce on them, and they enjoyed them much better the second time. Let's see. Hojo says squirrel equals tree rat. KB says, hey y'all, good evening. What's up, KB? How you doing? Jimmy, KB, excuse me. Jimmy says, Laura, welcome back. Grumpus says squirrel and rabbit, both great crock pot meals. Okay. Josh says I've been using my Weber Smoky Mountain as more of a direct heat cooker and have been liking the results. Nice. Definitely see that working out. I see Laura, this is, she says, really? I come in and he starts yawning? I'm telling you, Laura, it's you. It's not me, it's you. Why can't I see the comments on the screen, though? Like, super chat, no. Live chat, there we go. Now I got my comments back on the screen. I don't know what the heck happened. Now I gotta catch up on my comments. Okay, yes. Hojo says I'm getting a direct heat cooker built. Want to start cooking pork sticks, shoulder, and ribs over direct heat like they do in the Carolinas. Nice. Timer update, 12 minutes in so far. Still on topic. Doing good, guys. Thanks, Quentin. I enjoy having fried bologna. It's also called nappy steak. It's good. Okay, nappy steak. Angela says, hola. Hola, Angela. Hola, primo. Or prima, I guess. ¿Cómo estás? Quentin says, welcome to the party. Hey, Quentin. Hey, Rumpus. He's not lying. I only counted 27 last week. Shut up, KB. So sad. Dash. Jeez, Laura. Laura, really? That it was weeks. That's just Android phone is messed up, so he's a bit behind on chat. Typical. Man, this other eye is now itching all of a sudden. Quentin? Lawrence OMG. Angie's Maria. She says, Ayo Dash, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you too. I fixed it, Maria. Maria, I'm sorry. Lo siento, Maria. Yo soy aprendiendo, okay? Quentin says, welcome back to real time. Thanks, Quentin. Thanks. This guy got jokes. Did anybody smoke a Camel? I'm not a cigarette. Jack! What's up, Jack? Betty, hopefully you back there watching too. Hopefully, Betty, you are doing better. Forget about Jack. We're not worried about Jack right now. We're gonna talk to Betty. Can everybody wish that Betty feels better or hopes that Betty feels better? Cause somebody's gotta care about Betty. Jack, all he cares about is cooking camels and eating Camel cigarettes. Maria's not funny. Está bien, no te preocupes. Problems? Preocupes. No entiendo. No se preocupes. I meant to say I work. Bologna is neither poor man steak or newfie steak. Oh, bologna is either poor man steak or newfie steak. I guess, yeah. What's in the sticker decorated cup tonight? Tonight we have a little bit of this and a little bit of let's turn around the label and a little bit of this. So this is just clear, 100 proof clear, and this is some peach sweet tea. Yeah, peach sweet tea. I had to double check to make sure it's peach sweet tea and not like extra sweet. It's fantastic, dude. Maria says, wishing you well, Betty. Hojo said my buddy was a private ranch down in South Texas last weekend, and they had camels. Nice. I've never heard people wanting to smoke camel, but I have heard that camel is a very lean meat, and it doesn't necessarily lend itself to smoking, but it could possibly lend itself to grilling. I know someone that has had camel, and I mean, that's all I have to say about that. But do you guys remember the rounds? There was a video making the rounds on the internet probably about 2, maybe 3 years ago. Yo, you alright over there? You sure? Alright. There was a video making the rounds on the internet, and it was a whole camel pushed into some sort of smoking, cooking vessel, and these dudes were roasting this entire camel. It looked like an igloo, more or less, like a clay igloo that the whole camel fit into, and they were cooking this whole camel, and they pulled it out and were pulling the camel meat off the camel. These cats, the folks that were eating it, they look like they buzzing in and out. All right, well look, let's just do this. Let's take this off. All right. Hopefully, you guys can hear me better now. I will speak up a little bit. My buddy was that's just time for a new mic. Buzzing in and out. Laura says, feel better, Betty. Good news. Toronto won. Yeah. Oh, Toronto wins. Nice hands. Looking for Kansas. Josh said, I tried bidding on some used smokers in the Middle Creek auction this last weekend, but everything was a little too out of my price range, unfortunately. Yeah, so I always seem to miss that Middle Creek auction. Never fails. I always have had something going on. Reasons that's my family and I are trying to move off grid. Oh, all right. That's what's up. I would like to try goat, Laura says. Goat is fantastic. I would say, Laura, go to a Caribbean spot, but you probably don't have any Caribbean spots near you, Laura. Get some curry goat. Oh, fantastic. Curry goat and oxtail. Yo. Some brown stew. Ooh, goodness. The red beans and rice, or peas and rice, as they say. Josh says they are just grilling ribs again. No. Leave California, move to Nevada. Nice. Yes, we hear you much better now. Yes. All right. Great. Sounds good. Sounds great. Somebody wanted to sell me a puck smoker today for $150. I said no, thank you. What is a puck smoker? Betty is ahead of doctors' expectations. Thanks, people. No problem. I'm sure it's no thanks to your cooking, Jack, that she is ahead of the doctor's expectations. Quentin, this is 25 minutes in, and we're still talking about making different foods. We may set a record tonight here, folks. You know why I'm staying on topic, Quentin? Because you keep talking about it. So, therefore, I have to stay on topic. So, you have been deemed the moderator extraordinaire, and you will keep us on topic, or else. All right. Has anyone never cooked tri-tip before? Because if you have never cooked tri-tip before, you need to get with Quentin. Quentin has said, and he will say, he is a tri-tip master. He has mastered tri-tip, or so he says. So let him go into greater detail about how he cooks tri-tip. Laura says, nope, maybe when I was in Alberta. Clinton says, yeah. Jack says, I did try camel when I was stationed in Turkey. It was very stringy. All right. Brian says, I love the tri-tip. How's the smoking business coming along? It's coming. It could always be better. There are, ups and downs. Like Saturday, I had someone reach out to me and they wanted, this lady wanted 10 pounds of chicken and 10 pounds of pork, and she kept asking all these questions, and oh man, went back and forth a bunch. Finally gave her a price and told her, hey, your price is gonna be this plus delivery, and she's like, no, I'm gonna come and get it from you. It doesn't work that way. No, the whole thing is, you need to be on my timetable, not the other way around. So then I said, all right, well, I can meet you. I'll meet you at this address. And I said, here's the address. And it's a church. And not too long after, she canceled. Okay. Works for me. But it's just, I hate wasting that time. Neil says, I don't know if it's technically called a puck smoker, but you put a puck-sized wood chips in a tube and it feeds itself. Huh? Laura says, sounds like bear. If cooked right, it's fantastic, but stringy. I guess she's saying camel is like bear. I buy a food truck and sell nothing but tri-tips served different ways and make as much money as Lockheed pays me now. You might be right, but the amount of work that you would have to do in order to do that versus working for Lockheed? Neil says, have a good night, my friends. Yes, Neil, you do the same. Josh says, love tri-tip. I got a couple prime ones chilling in my freezer. I've never cooked a tri-tip. Not sure why. Grumpus, probably because can you get tri-tips, Grumpus? Clint says, I got a tri-tip unthawing in the fridge now to grill Friday night. Is Taste Tester number 1 doing the dishes? No, Taste Tester number 3 is doing the dishes. So Taste Tester number 1 decided to use his earnings from his job to pay Taste Tester number 3 to do the dishes for him. So she collects a couple dollars a week to do the dishes for Taste Tester number 1. And she's been doing an okay job with the exception of when she doesn't do the dishes at all. So she does the dishes maybe 3 to 4 times a week. There are times when we don't have very many dishes, or she just doesn't do the dishes because she goes right to sleep. So there's that. We're still working on that. The dishes need to be done every night thing. Yeah. Let's see. Jimmy says, I don't have access to tri-tip, but don't you cook it like a lot. Cook it like a lot. You're cooking a steak. Yes, Jimmy. When I have cooked tri-tip, I have cooked it like you're cooking a steak. It is one of those cuts that can be cooked like a mid or mid-rare. KB says, here in Cali, tri-tip is common, but I only started doing briskets a few years ago. Yep. Quentin says, exactly. Yes, cook it like a steak. Hojo says, a couple pit builders in Texas do raffles of pits they build. Normally sell 200 spots at 20 to 40 bucks a square, depending on the size of the smoker. Nice. Test Tester 1 is going is going to go really far in life. I approve 100% of that method. It's exactly what I did to my sister. Yeah, well, she is, listen, she's reaping the benefits because now she has basically gum money. She's spending her money, almost all of it, on gum every week, but not mad. I appreciate I almost say the entrepreneurship, but I appreciate the enterprise, enterprising. That's enterprising. That's what I like to say. Laura says, good for her. Yes. Grandpa says, I'm sure a tri-tip can be found here. I just don't think to look for it. Need to fix that. Yeah. Josh says, there is about umpteen YouTube videos of people also cooking them like a brisket, but I think, oh, I can't. But I think of them as a steak too. Too much to even try that. Yeah, definitely. Like, see, I'm gonna say this is my problem, but one of the issues I have with people on YouTube is they do things to be sensational. Bruh. And I think that's where I differ from a lot of people on YouTube. The reason why I haven't put videos out is because I'm like, I've done, not everything, but I've done a lot. And I'm like, I cook the same things primarily. The whole thing is, good night. Hey, thank you for taking care of the dishes. Is the sink cleaned up? Is that box still full of Stromboli? All right, I guess I'll put it away. I've done the same things. Like I cook chicken wings, salmon, lamb, brisket, pulled pork, pulled chicken, baby back ribs. What else is there that I cook? Oh, hot dogs, hamburgers. Those are the things that I cook for my business. Those are the main staples. Again, chicken wings, lamb, boneless leg of lamb, salmon, baby back ribs, brisket, pulled pork, pulled chicken. Occasionally I'll cook some spare ribs, but that's pretty much it as far as my business. Oh, beef ribs. I'll also cook beef ribs. But other things that I cook those for my family. So the majority of the videos that you see from me or that I've done have been videos that have been for cooks that I've been, cooking for hire. So there's a lot of times when people are like, "Oh, you don't post anything." Either I have not wanted to film a video on something I've already done before, or like last week, I cooked 30 wings for someone who I've cooked 30 wings for before. I mean, I want to say how many times can you watch the same video of me smoking wings? But yeah, oh, turkeys, yeah. Blind man says, don't forget turkeys. Like, I forgot the turkey for that one girl. Yeah, I was waiting for that. I'm going to preempt that. Yeah. This is tri-tip like a brisket. Yikes, what a waste. Josh says exactly. Tri-tip like a brisket is a Trisket. Blind man, Dave, what's going on? Dave, how did your sauce turn out? I saw you on Instagram making a sauce. Tri-tip is not magic, but it's darn tasty. Yeah. Quentin is correct, Brian, but most people are afraid to buy such a large piece of meat and cook it unless they can throw it in a crock pot. Yeah. What's the best moneymaker I sell? Brisket. No one has better brisket in Baltimore than I do. No one. It's crazy. So I talked to a girl yesterday, and she reached out and left a message through my website, which was crazy. She left a message through the website, and she says, "Hey, I want to get in touch. I'm trying to get in touch with you in regards to purchasing a brisket on this particular day." And I'm like, "Okay, no problem." So and now, mind you, on my website, it lists my business number, right? My business number. When I reach out to people, a lot of times I reach out to them through my personal cell phone number. And the reason I have my business number is because my personal cell phone number has been the same since 1998 when I lived in Philadelphia. So it's a 215 number. So a lot of times when people see that 215 number when calling a Baltimore area number, they ignore it. So I called this lady and I said, hey, this is Dash from Still Joe Smokers Barbecue. Just wanted to let you know I received your message. Can you please give me a call back? 215, blah, 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 blah. And hung up. Then I also sent her a text message to the same effect that says, hey, uh, uh, I think her name is Danielle. Hey, Danielle, I saw your message on my website. Please give me a call back. This is Dash from Still Joe Smokers Barbecue. I saw you were interested in the brisket. She called me right back. And she says, hey, I saw that 215 number, but didn't know what it was, so I didn't answer it. I figured. And so when I talked to her, she said, "Oh yeah, I ordered a brisket I ordered 2 briskets from you before, and when I ordered the brisket, when she ordered the briskets, I said, she said she was traveling with them, and I told her, I said, all right, well, I will go ahead and I'll slice up the briskets for you, not a problem." And she said, no, 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 don't slice them. The people who I'm taking the briskets to, they know how to slice the briskets. And I'm like, ma'am, are you sure? Like, I will slice the brisket for you. There's no extra charge for me slicing the brisket. She said, no, 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 I'm sure my uncles want to slice the brisket. Okay, not a problem. So when I talked to her yesterday, she says, oh, yes, and you were right. I said, I was, oh, so I said to her, I told her, I said, hey, I should slice the briskets for you, so that's one less thing you have to worry about. And she said, no, 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 my uncles are going to do it. It's not a problem. Okay. So when I spoke to her yesterday and I realized who she was, I said, oh, hey, wait a minute. I remember you. You were headed to, wherever you were headed. She was headed to Jersey. And I said, I met you in the parking lot in Walmart, right? And she said, yes. She said, oh, and she said, she's a funny story I have to tell you. And she said, you told me that I should slice the briskets for her, right? And she said I was adamant about you not slicing the briskets because my uncles told me not to get the briskets sliced because they were going to be there to slice this brisket, yada yada, blah blah blah. I said okay. She said, well, the uncle that was supposed to be there to slice the brisket didn't show up. I said, oh. She said, I should have taken your advice and got you to slice the brisket for me. It would have been a lot easier. I said, oh, all right. So then she goes on to say, well, I need 1 brisket this year and not 2. I said, well, okay. And she's like, so then I said, hey, how did it work out last time? I gave you a suggestion to slice the brisket and it didn't. I said, are you sure you only want 1 brisket? And now that was me purely just trying to upsell her, but like tactfully upsell her. So I said, are you sure you really only want 1 brisket? And she's like, yes, I'm sure. I said, now how did that work out for you last time? She said, yes, I'm sure. I only need 1 brisket. I'm like, all right, not a problem. So, but we shall see. All right, come on. We're still talking about new things to cook. We got a couple more minutes. Blind Man says, don't forget the turkeys. Yes, I did forget the turkeys, but that's one of those seasonal things. Quentin says hot dogs have to be the best. Yeah, you can get 8,000 dogs for like $100. Shit, I don't know where. KB says picanha is something I need to try. Apparently, it's the bomb. Apparently, KB, if you've never had picanha, yo, it's the bomb. No, it is fantastic, KB. It is very similar to tri-tip, but it has a lot more fat on top and also running through it. It is fantastic. But it is very similar in the means of how it presents as tri-tip. Hojo. Hojo says, I enjoy cooking beef shoulder clods instead of briskets. But the shoulder clods take like 2 or 3 times as long to cook, don't they? I made a salsa, actually. It's awesome. We made about 60 bottles. Nice. 1998, same phone number. Ooh, Laura, I felt that one in my kidney. She says, still works, no static. Quentin says, salsa is also on my list this summer to make on the grill. Nice. So technically we have made salsa before. So, or I have made salsa before, I think, because in our garden we've had tomatoes, we've had peppers, and it was kind of one of those things where I kind of just like blended everything up. It was like it was a really runny salsa, but it was still like a salsa. So, but I've kind of made something like it. Uh, Quentin says 38 minutes and we're not a word about electric cars. Holy shit! Yeah. What's funny, Quentin, is I talked about earlier wanting to get to Austin and wanting to drive to Austin. Just a matter of me trying to figure out how to get down there. Bumpy says, "Hey yo, Dash and everyone, I added legs and thighs to my menu. That's my new things." No, so when you get those pieces of chicken, I feel like it ends up being harder. Now, I have cooked legs, but that was when I couldn't get wings. I did an event for someone. Gosh, I wouldn't say it was last year, but it was actually 2 years ago now, I believe. And that event where it was the when smoking meat goes wrong. That video, I think that was not last year, but the year before. But anyway, I swear Laura's a jinx. That video was where I had to grill chicken legs. So that was the first and only time so far I have grilled or cooked chicken legs for hire. I'm sorry. Mark says, "Hey Dash, hi Dash, left a like, nice." Bumpy says, "I have a pork belly that I want to cook when I get time, nice." Hush, Laura. That was not funny. Laura, it was not funny. You should smoke poutine fries, Dash. You know, it's funny, Laura, you say that. There is a place in Baltimore that makes fantastic poutine fries. Fantastic poutine fries. And I'm gonna say we stumbled upon it, but I saw the place on. It might have been on Instagram. This is just tea for right now. But I saw this place. I think it was on Instagram. And I'm like, yo, we gotta go to this place. They make poutine, and they had a brisket poutine, or they had like on. I'm pretty sure it was a brisket poutine. Now that I'm thinking about it, but it's been a while since I've been there. But anyway, it was fantastic. This poutine was fantastic. They had regular ones with like cheese curds and gravy on them. Not my deal. Not a big gravy fan, but the poutine with I'm pretty sure it was brisket on it. The poutine with the brisket, yo, French fries and brisket, it was fantastic. Hojo said, "I'm getting claws from a local rancher, 12 to 15 pounds. I only smoke them to 190. If you cook to temps of a brisket, they become pullable like pulled pork. Nice." Quentin loves poutine, apparently. Josh said, "I have often considered trying to smoke a venison shoulder, but not sure how it would come out because it would be very lean and afraid it would just be dry." You are not the only one that is afraid of smoking venison, Josh. I have been told that venison goes better to make sausage or meatballs, or like a minced ground meat, when you take and add in meat that is fattier. So like some venison and some pork shoulder, or some venison and some brisket, but never smoked venison by itself because of how lean it is. I actually have, and I've talked about this before, those of you guys who have been around for a while, I have some venison in my freezer upstairs that I've had in the freezer for multiple years and probably should just throw it away now. But anyway, I am afraid to cook it, like terrified to cook it, because I don't know what to do with it. Like, that's just not my deal. KB says, "Dash, you have a picanha video. I don't remember seeing if you did one." Yes, I do have a picanha video. I have a few different picanha videos. I did a picanha video where I did there's picanha. So do a search for like SDSBBQ and picanha. I did a video on breaking down the picanha from the whole top round. Like, I cut the picanha, the piece of the picanha, like, butchered my own picanha from the top round. And then the rest of it, like, ugh, I don't know. I didn't. Hey, Laura, Quentin says it's not Laura, it's that 100 proof kicking that ass. Yeah. Clark Burger. Just if you want to smoke the venison shoulder, I would recommend you cure it first, corned beef, and then smoke like a pastrami. It's excellent. Nice. Laura is here. That's why the Y word has happened. Mark says, I love poutine. Yes. Salty cheese curd with gravy. Yum. Yeah, deer is dry. Laura says, jerky from deer. Huh. You need to try moose. I do? Or you do? Josh, he says I wear Crocs and socks all day today with shorts, very comfy, very comfy. So I don't have on shorts, but I wear Crocs with socks every day. I don't really like wearing my Crocs without socks. My feet get too sweaty, though my feet are kind of sweaty in the socks, but they're not like slippery sweaty. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, what else? Oh, we are after 1 hour, Quentin, so you can stop your timer. I think I officially made it 45 minutes, Quentin. What does the timer say? 45 minutes. Laura says low and slow dash with some ketchup, vinegar, brown sugar, dry mustard on top. Jimmy says, Josh, what's up, brother? TMI on the Crocs and socks with shorts? Nah. See, you just don't appreciate the man's wardrobe. I hunted moose. Want to get back into it. Nice. Grumpus is TMI. Quince is 47 minutes. Stopping the timer. Yes, because we went, a little after 10 o'clock. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I mean, we talked on topic for quite a while. Quentin, thank you, sir. Angela, how you doing? You still hanging around, or are you asleep? Hojo says sometimes get javelinas and feral hogs from buddies that hunt. The young ones are good smoked javelina. Interesting. I think if you do it, I would have to smoke for a few hours, debone it, and then braise it in some kind of liquid. So, Josh, one of the things that when you braise something in liquid, especially when it comes to smoking, you want to make sure that that braising liquid is up to the same temperature. It is up to temperature. Because if you do not, ask me how I know, and you add a braising liquid into a meat, that braising liquid will cool your meat as it ramps up in temperature. So you always want to add your braising liquid warm. Heat up your braising liquid basically before you put your protein into it. Mark says, am I the only one that uses better than bouillon as a binder on my briskets and ribs? Yes, you are. Quentin says, I'm here for you, brother. Thank you, Quentin. I appreciate you. Jimmy says it's time to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. And if you haven't already hit that thumbs up, what are you doing with your life? Get your life. Hit the thumbs up. So my Quentin, snickering like Chrissy Snow. Loses, hey, what's up, Dash and barbecue family? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? What's up, Lou? How you doing? Socks with Crocs, yes. Don't try to come for me. Look, where's Alton? I said what I said. I can't wear how many people like walking barefoot in grass? Just comment barefoot in grass or something. I'll wait and I'll catch up to the comments. Hojo says Josh could do the venison like barbacoa. Leroy and Lewis has some good videos on it. Smoking for a few hours, then braised with tallow in a crock pot. Yeah. Again, if you like bare feet in grass, look, Jimmy says barefoot in grass. Josh says, hell yeah, barefoot in grass. Quentin says barefoot in grass is amazing. Lou says, what's up, Quentin? Laura says, me when I was younger in grass. Please tell me that you're not talking about like you being naked in grass, or I guess you being barefoot in grass when you were younger. Barefoot smoking grass. KB, welcome. There's always one. Usually it's Kent. I want to cook alligator so bad. I've had it, never made it. Nice, Lou. That was one of the first topics we talked about this evening. Smoking alligator. There was someone else that said they wanted to cook alligator. Blind Man Cooking says barefoot in grass. Hojo says only if it's good grass. All right, so now we have to specify if it's good grass or bad grass. Okay, I shall only put my I don't say como se dice my feet. I will only put my feet in Kentucky bluegrass. What's that all about? Hojo says only if it's good grass. Jack says nope. Own a large Siberian husky. Remember, I was in the city for 14 years. Yeah. Howdy, all. Victor says, what's up, Victor? Mum's the word on, I guess mum's the word on naked in grass. Yeah. Pedal extremities. Yes, indeed. Yo, there are dogs outside freaking howling at the moon, I guess. But they're just like, anyway, the point I'm trying to make, I don't like bare feet in grass. Like, no. I'm not a fan of bare feet in grass. I don't want my bare feet in grass. It's not my thing. Ergo, wearing Crocs with no socks, not my thing either. I don't know. Like, I know people have texture issues when it comes to food. I have texture issues when it comes to stuff touching my feet. Would not recommend mowing the lawn barefoot. Yeah, Hojo, don't do that. Marlin. What's up, Marlin? Oh, man. Marlon says, hey, yo, Dash. What's up? Marlon, how you doing this evening? Dash, I'm sorry, but I got to roll, my friend. Sleep has been limited. Wanted to grace you with my presence. Well, thank you, Lou. You better have had left the light. Clinton says, Marlin. I'm gonna say that's the joke, but yeah. Josh says, LOL, my feet are probably practically like leather at this point anyway. I hear my wife and taste lesson number 2 upstairs giggling. Like, why are they laughing so damn hard? First love. Yes, indeed. First love is Marlin, in case you did not recognize that. I have to loosen my belt. Oh, boy. All right. Hojo says working on a pit barefoot isn't the best thing you can do either. I've had a couple hot embers pop out of the firebox on my foot before. Yo. There were people who used to post YouTube videos and they would be barefoot, and I'm like, bruh, you really need to put something on your feet. A lot of times when I'm cooking, I do have boots on. I don't always have boots on, but I do have boots on a lot of times when I'm cooking for that very reason. You know I'll say who's funny, but you know who I've seen cook in like flip-flops? Marcus. I'd be like, bro, what are you doing? He'd be like, that's what I put on my feet. Okay. It's what you do, buddy. Hey, listen, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Quinn says, Dash, you like spicy food? A good hot sauce? I like I use sriracha. I use a lot of sriracha and like crystal. Also the chipotle Tabasco sauce. That one is pretty good. But I'm not a real big like super duper hot sauce fan. Um, I like a hint of spicy with seasoning. So I really like sriracha, but I think I really like sriracha because I like pho a lot. Um, Victor says walking barefoot in the grass. Boy, that's a touchy subject. Yeah, we're we're not going there, Victor. Grumpus says, "Hey, they're counting number one's money." Yeah. So that's a no. Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember Patriot Barbecue cooking in flip flops. Yep. Definitely, he was one of the I won't say offenders. How to blue crabs? They readily available right now in Baltimore. So Hojo, I have not gotten any recently. I have not gotten any actually this year yet. The one spot was the spot where I was getting my crabs from. Like I would get the crabs and like when I was on my way home from work or if I was doing a catering job or something. But the place closed. Now I have not purchased any crabs in um in Baltimore recently, but there people seem to be eating them just fine. I have I've seen folks posting and eating crabs. I'll bring a good hot sauce that's a bit spicy, but it won't kill you. I like to get your opinion on it. The best hot sauce I've had. Nice. Uh, Marlon says, walking barefoot in the grass. This ain't no peppermint patty commercial. Listen, so Marlon, I was talking about I wear Crocs with socks, right? I wear Crocs with socks every day. And I don't like to wear my Crocs without socks. I don't. I'm not a fan. And I was liking it to walking barefoot in grass. I don't like to walk barefoot in grass either. Still wants to cook coconut crab holding in a giggle. Nope, not a fan of coconut. Went crabbing in Maryland 2 weeks ago on the bank. Got two little dinks in about 2 hours. Yeah. Daddy better shit as a rule, not walk around barefoot. Just saying. Victor's got a point. Joe said, "Have you ever done any crabbing before?" Dash, I have actually. So a friend of my wife's, one of my wife's best friends, her husband was an avid crabber, and when I knew we were going to see them for crabbing, this was at the time when I was still cooking. Stop it, Laura. I'm telling you. I'm gonna ban Laura. Like, Laura, no. When you have off, you can't come in here talking about the Y word, okay, Laura? I swear, I have not done that this much. Seriously. Anyway, when I knew I was going to be meeting with them just going linking up with them, this was around the time when I was still cooking whole chickens. So I would actually take and cut the backs out of whole chickens, and then I would cut the backs into two pieces, like split it in half. And when you're crabbing, you can take a piece of meat, tie it to a string, and drop it down. You won't necessarily feel the crab gnawing on it or picking at it, but they will sit and they'll use one claw to hold on to it, and the other claw they'll be picking at whatever it is and they're eating it. That's it. So you can pull the crab up on the string and then using that to snatch the crab up and then put it in your basket or whatever. Real talk. I've never used crab traps or anything like that, but same thing. Crab traps. You can put chicken backs or like whole chicken legs, just pieces of chicken. I know people who will take and use the wing dings, like the wing tips, as bait as well for crabs. I have other things to do a lot more often than not than just sit and try to go crabbing. No. First love. Marlon says, Dash, wear church socks with sandals. See, now, where you got me messed up is I don't wear sandals. I'm not a sandals fan at all. I'm not a, like, I'm not a, I'm gonna say I'm not a fan of my feet, but I'm not a fan of feet. Like, no, no. Taste tester number 1 is home. No. What kind of socks you throw down with the Crocs, Dash? Ankle length or knee length? They're ankle socks. I guess I'm showing you my socks now. So first, these are the Crocs for today. I need to get a new pair of Crocs. These are getting kind of worn out. Definitely getting worn out. And the socks, hold up. They are ankle socks. Boom, green toe ankle socks from Sam's. But yeah, I'm not a fan, so I'm putting my foot in my Crocs right now. With how's work? Yeah, a bike rack. It'll go in the trailer hitch. So I figure when I'm charging the car, if I take my bike with me, I can ride my bike while I'm charging. Try to get a little exercise in. Yeah. I have a bike rack sitting on the floor here. It's right next to me, but there's a bike rack on the floor. So he's like, what is that? So this means, Dash, I got crabs. I couldn't help myself. Yeah. I told him about the coconut crabs. They were so big and climbed trees, Victor. Victor says crab pots, not traps. Yeah. Marlon says, I hope you're not a fan of feet. Yeah. Not sure on the spelling, but check out Gooey Ducks. Oh, yeah. I already know about Gooey Ducks. Yeah. Josh says, this is the start of Dash's OnlyFans. No, it's not. Who the hell is a fan of a body part? Not for nothing. So Blind Man Cooking says 2 or 4 wheels drive on the Crocs. It depends. Like if I'm just kind of like, I used to switch and put the strap down, sport mode, 4-wheel drive, whatever you want to call it. But as of late, and because also once your Crocs get broken in, that you can slide your feet into them, and I'm putting my sock back on, and putting my foot. I don't know if I'm gonna put my foot back into the Croc. I'm just gonna sit it on top, like I'm taking the Crocs off. Let my feet breathe a little. So in the beginning, when the Crocs need to be broken in, 4-wheel drive or sport mode, definitely. But once the Crocs get broken in and they like expand a little bit, or if you, I don't want to say crush them, but if you compress them a little, then 2-wheel drive or non-sport mode is, I'll say, the way to go. But that's how I've been rocking them lately. But if I know that I'm going, possibly need to get into it, I flip that strap back and we go to town. All right, so we're pouring another half. This is like something radioactive, half-life. So we pour half the jar and then another half of what's left. Covering the ice. We are an hour and 20 minutes in. Let's, I think we can get to 2 hours tonight. What do you guys think? Josh says, I'm back. Did someone say Crocs? Yo, I swear, Josh has impeccable timing. Josh, how's Babe doing? Tell Babe I said hey. Do you have any of the Furline Crocs? Yes, I do. Those are the winter weather Crocs. They are fantastic. Here's a pair. This pair was the pair that I rocked like primarily through the winter, And I really don't like white based like white based Crocs where the base color is white and then there's like a different color mixed in. I need a black base color Croc because the white base ones, it just looks so dirty. Um, Under the table here. Um, this is where my Crocs live, under where I'm sitting. So these are my patriotic Crocs. They come out only on holidays. So these are the ones that look best, and they're actually dusty inside. You can't, maybe you can see that there's dust in there because I haven't worn them in months because there hasn't been a holiday. But I have a pair of, yep, here they are. This is why I throw them in the corner. These are my, these Crocs are actually the ones that my wife and we have matching Crocs. My wife and I have this pair of matching Crocs, and the white and black tie-dye ones are the ones that I match with my daughter. Yeah. Usually when we go into the Croc store, and it's like buy one get one 50% off or something like that. So I'm like, all right, who's with me today, or who needs a new pair? And on 2 different occasions, I got a matching pair with my daughter and a matching pair with my wife. Laura says, welcome back. El Barrio says, ¿Qué pasó, amigo Dash? Jumping in for a few minutes. Nada pasó conmigo. Pasó contigo. Victor says, for crab bait, for Dungeness, fish carcasses work best. Good, used for salmon heads and etc. However, when we have sea lion problems, best using chicken parts for bait. Nice. Lord, we talking about Crocs, Quentin says. Yep. Josh says Crocs run big, but still got my real size 15. Nice. That should be selling lumber with that one. Oh, yeah, probably will be. Babe doesn't have Crocs, only I do, and I just bought gun giblets. Oh, boy. What gun giblets do you have, Josh? Like, I'm not a fan of giblets. Like, not for me. I'm not a fan of giblets for me. Obara says my son wants me to smoke some oxtails. Not sure if it's worth it. It doesn't look like there's enough meat on the bone. So the thing with oxtails is the unctuousness of the oxtails. The unctuousness of the oxtails will make up for the I'm gonna say lack of meat, but yo, oxtails are fantastic. They're so good. But I refuse to smoke oxtails because they're so expensive. Laura says, you have a pew pew. Yes. Travis says, hey, yo, Laura, usually, I won't say usually, but hold on. Does that answer your question? Yes, I have a pew pew. Quite a few, unfortunately. Do you have a gooey duck in the Atlantic side of North America? I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure the restaurant in Georgia we ate recently had smoked oxtails. Let me Google their name. Oh, menu. Yes, there's a Croc store. Seems like a lot of Crocs. Marla says, wow, smoked oxtail, that sounds good. Yeah, we had an excellent turnout for our pop-up this past weekend. 118 chopped brisket sandwiches, 13 slabs of pork spares, dollar ribs. I'm back, my bad. We're still talking about food too. Yes, still waiting for my hello from Jimmy. We are. That's just me. You horny. Well, hold on, Josh. I mean, wait, I can put it back because, listen, if I put pants on, I'm putting this on. So there's, I had to put it back. Now we're putting it back on the hip. I don't like to pull it from the magazine. Like, I've like squished too many rounds when I've done that. So I started putting it directly into the chamber, and drop in the slide and then putting the magazine in. Angela says no more food talk. Nope. Wasn't in the love part. I didn't do a dash. Here's a click, ready to bolt. Nice. Oh man, I'll smoke oxtails for a few hours and braise them in a pan with beef broth, etc. Nice. El Barrios is CSJ. Oh, cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline. Yes. I'm like, what is CSJ? What the hell? Like, y'all be taxing my mind with these acronyms sometimes. You have no pants on. I have pants on. I do. I'm going to stand up. But my belt, I loosened my belt earlier, so I have pants on. So if I'm holding because my belt is loose, so I have to hold it up. Angela, hello. I'm so glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yes. I can stand up, Quentin. Oh man, where's your board of education? Oh, y'all funny. Y'all funny. Still in the same place. No, not too much rear end. We done saw the whole outfit today. Yes, I mean, listen, for real, my outfit is like the same almost every day. Black Duluth trading pants, one of these Still Drum Smoker shirts that I so graciously, but I got through Jamie from Crimson Creek. It is hoodie season is over, so the black hoodie and the black long sleeve t-shirt are, I'm gonna say, getting put back away, but I don't wear those as it is now nicer weather, so the Still Drum Smokers barbecue polos are, yeah. My pants sit too low to be over 40. No, they don't. I don't wear skinny jeans, and my pants are the same way they've been since I've been in probably my 20s. Like, for real. You said when I have pants on, you have yes, I do. When I put my pants on, I put the pistol on. So, yes. My bowling shirt, Snick. Thanks. El Barrio says sock check. I already showed you what socks I was wearing. Look, I'm not that flexible, but hold on. Let's see if I can do this. There you go. All you feet lovers. I can't. Yeah. Larry says, I see butt crack. I get my credit card out. No. I am not a plumber, okay? I work in IT and I do barbecue. Crump says, all you kids pull your pants up. Listen, my pants end up falling down because I have a whole bunch of stuff in my pockets. That's what ends up happening. I swear I hear Taste Tester #1 playing on one of his damn guitars. Bruh, it's 10:30. Makes me think of Nelly's tip drill. For anyone who doesn't know what a gooey duck is, there are a huge clam that looks very pornographic. They make great chowder. Actually, probably chowder. Because you'd have to be on the Atlantic and north on the Atlantic to say chowder. Googling it now. Don't do it, Angela. If you don't know what gooey duck is, just let it go. It's phallic, very phallic. That's it. You have the same time as me now, in Ontario. Yeah, I'm afraid to Google it since this is my clean browser. Yeah, worked with a guy that said he couldn't marry a woman with ugly feet, and it took him to 39 to find one. Yeah. Angela says, "Oh yeah, I've seen those before." Angela. Laura says, "Check out coconut crab." too. Are we telling folks what to check out on Google? Like, do we want to really do that? I don't think we do. Googling away. No. Somebody gonna drop you with something nasty, and then you're gonna be like, you know what? Maybe I won't just Google everything I hear about on the internet. I'll be on Zoom and I have this image pop up when trying to search for something and have to explain to the team I'm not a weirdo. Angela said, "Oh, that's just nasty, Laura. Nasty." I told you. You don't want to just randomly Google everything that you see. So you're like, nah, maybe later. Not right now. Ooh. Shout out to Bumpy and the Rewatch Gang. If y'all still here, comment sunflower seeds down below. Because I'm looking at some sunflower seeds from, oh, Bumpy. Damn it. Yo, Tesla number 2, they lost in the city championship yesterday. They got beat by Carver. It was 10-1. They beat themselves yesterday. I want to put all of these sunflower seeds in my... I want to eat all these sunflower seeds. We're going to see how I do. Oh, I'm doing all right. So, hooray for empty energy drink cans. Or should they are wicked, Angela? They would take a leg. They would take a leg off. Jeez, looks like something out of Australia. Yo, everything is bigger in Australia. Forget Texas. All the animals in Australia are huge. Them freaking spiders that are like a foot across. Nope. Laura says she forgets where they are. Oh, sunflower CGM, yeah. For me? When is the event? Where? This is not common for men to take humorous pictures of a gooey duck sticking out of their shorts. Just saying. Different skin tone there. They're flavored. You spelled flavored wrong. So these are the best sunflower seeds ever. The sweet and spicy jumbo sunflower seeds. These are the best flavor. Do not get the barbecue flavor. Do not get the ranch and original. Yeah. Why would you do that to yourself? The sweet and spicy. Thank me next week on the live stream. Jacqueline says sunflower seeds are high in protein. Angela says everything in Australia seems like it's meant to kill. Sunflower seeds are actually the lowest protein for a nut. Sunflower seeds, they're not actually a nut. Just saying. Let me tell you something. You can't pay me enough money to spend one night in the Amazon rainforest. These damn creatures I be seeing on that GL, he said, no. Gwen says 80 million for one night. I'm good. Lord, I already know it's the Canadian way. I get it. But it's still wrong. Wrong. I'm laughing at Angela. Sunflower seeds. That's all I got to say. All right, thank you, Angela. Appreciate that. Laura says, no, Dash. No, what? I can tease my cousin. Anybody else doing Duolingo? Anyone? I think this is his last comment on GUI Duck. They are a lot of work to dig. You might have to dig 4 feet down to get them. Laura says cashews are a stem of a fruit. Quentin says Jordan Poole is trash. Canned juice. Johnny. Shout out to Johnny from View to a Grill. He says, hey. And it says, fun facts. Who's Jordan Poole? I thought you were talking about Jordan Peele at first. But then I read it again. And that says Jordan Poole. It's not a couch. I'm sitting at my dining room table. That's a puffy vest and a bag on it. It's on the back of the chair. Oh. Blind Man Cooking says, hey, Johnny. David, you have an opinion on sunflower seeds? Sorry. I'm not even going to read that, Angela. Marlon says, when is the next Everyone show? I don't know. Whenever you guys remind me, or whenever Angela sends me a text message that says, set up the show tonight so everyone can be on it. Quentin says, but listen, I know you and Ange are huge Godzilla fans. So, we're going to see the new movie next year. I'm buying tickets as soon as they're available for us. We will park in the EV spots and all. It'll be great. Quentin, you know what's funny? My wife and I were talking, so we were driving. Where were we? Oh. We were driving to the. Was it the baseball game? We were driving somewhere over the weekend. David said, yeah, I never had that flavor. Yo, I like this. I like the sweet and spicy barbecue. Sweet and spicy sunflower seeds. They are my favorite by far. But my wife and I were driving somewhere over the weekend, and we were talking about bigger EV SUVs. And the Rivian came up because it's a decent sized SUV. And she basically was like, we should go half on a Rivian. Say what? So, though I feel like I've been given permission to find and seek out a Rivian. I as much as I want to say we need it so we can all travel commute together, we don't need it. And I think what might be more up my alley would be the ID Buzz. All right, Jack, since we're getting off here early, I have appointments in the morning. Be safe, everybody. Thank you, Jack. Betty, I would say take care of Jack, but take care of yourself. Jack will probably, I don't know, he'll still be smoking cigarettes in the smoker. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, Jack. Hopefully all is well with your kids and everybody else with you and yours. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you. Says, first of all, you ain't gonna find one under 100,000. Angela said, "No, you've been given permission to research a Rivian." Nope, she did more research than I did. I've been given permission to find, procure, and purchase one, and she'll go half. Quint says they need charge so damn slow for that price. Yeah, I don't think they're worth it, honestly. So that's the thing, Quentin. I won't say they are overpriced, but the problem is all of the technology and the things that they are putting into the vehicles. Rivian is still losing money. Excuse me, sorry about that. Work text message, but I believe Rivian is still losing money. The Ford Lightning is pretty decent, but the Ford Lightning cannot fit my family of 5. I need a third row seating. If there was like an electric Expedition, I could get with that, but not the Lightning. I love that, but your charging speed is just way too slow for that price. You can get the Audi SUV for just a few dollars more, and it's much better value. Unfortunately, the Audi does not have a third row. Quentin, the charging speed on the Lightning is fantastic. And what's crazy is the Lightning will charge at like over 150 kilowatts up to like 70, 80%. Crazy. The Audi EV is so tiny between the size of a Q3 and Q5. The e-tron, yeah. Jimmy says, what does a new Buzz cost? No one knows, Jimmy. They have not listed the official prices for the United States, but I'm guessing a well optioned one probably will be about 60. I have to get up early tomorrow, so I'm heading to bed. I love to join a live stream in a couple weeks. Good night. No problem, Victor. I will keep you in the loop. They're losing money, and that's their problem. They made a super truck that charges like a Chevy Bolt. It charges faster than a Bolt, man. Good night, Victor. Victor, I did see your text message, and I wanted to say go ahead and send the pictures, but I don't know. I'm not very squeamish, though, so send them. I just didn't get a chance to reply to you. I said, when I realized I did not get to reply, I said, I'll talk to him on the live stream tomorrow. But I think I'd be interested to see as a deterrent. So thanks in advance, Victor, if you're still here. What, the lightning pack is 160 kilowatt hours for charging? I thought no, it's mm-mm. the the lightning charges dumb fast. There's a there is a there is a page on Facebook that I'm on. It's for EV, like black EV owners, and there's a guy out in California. He has a Mach E and a Lightning, and he posted a video of him charging, and he was getting like 150 kilowatts, and he was at like 70-80% into the pack. Seriously, that thing charges dumb fast for the Lightning. The Rivian, I'm not 100% sure. Angela said I sat one uncomfortably. The e-tron? Mm. All right, Angela, I see your message. Quentin says it charges faster, but does it charge as fast for the price? Is my point. I love Rivian, but the charging speed, sheesh. I still think the Rivian can charge fast too. I'm gonna say someone's gonna have to do the research to see what the max charging speed is on a Rivian, but I was talking to a guy who owned a R1T, not last night, but the night before, and he was looking for a 350 kilowatt charger. Like, I really think the Rivian can charge at like 200 kilowatts, like maybe even more. All right, so Quentin, you can't compare. I'm gonna say you can't compare anything to a Tesla. The Tesla is DC. That is going to charge faster because it's direct current, like by nature. The any other EV is not DC. They're AC. They're AC batteries, and they charge a little slower. Well, I'll take the risk on a Rivian because it's too new. Guy was drunk. No, he wasn't. The Honda and Kia both charge quick. They do. I'm telling you, I feel like the Rivian charges faster than you think. R1T charging. Charging speed. Let's see, car and driver. R1T's fast charging performance is behind the best. Oh. It charges at 175 kilowatts up to about 30%. Then it drops at 30% to about 100 kilowatts. That's still much faster than my ID4 charges. And 175 kilowatts from 10% to 30% is nothing to sneeze at, especially when it says, but for now, as seen fast charging tests from 10 to 90% state of charge on 2022 R1T launch edition with the large pack, 128.9 kilowatt battery, get to its current claimed pack. However, it's an early build truck. We saw a mix of 185 kilowatts, and it stayed there for about a minute, right around 25% state of charge. Shortly after, it fell to 90 kilowatts before jumping back to 117 at about 50. So I think that's one of those things where it was charging and got hot, it cooled itself off, and then got, still over 100 kilowatts up to 70%. That is nothing to sneeze at. Seriously. I know my ID4 is half the cost. And it's more than half the cost. Because, yeah, more than half the cost. Oh man, I'm yawning. No sleep. Hugs. All enjoy the night. Good night. Take care. Bye for now, Laura. Angela said the Mach-E charges faster than the Audi and the Porsche, not the Taycan. That Taycan that Taycan screams when it comes to charging. Yeah, but the Hyundai, Porsche, the Hyundai and Kia both charge quick. Yep, the Porsche and Audi also charge quick. The Porsche charges faster than the Audi. Though the Audi charges faster than the ID4. I really think it's a, I won't say a ploy, but it really is a thing from Volkswagen to limit the speeds to help reduce battery degradation, and increase the battery life on those vehicles. Um, so yeah, just on my face. Um, Angela says, yeah, but the Hyundai and Kias are now getting stolen, but they are nice. Dash knows I'm a Hyundai for life. So the Kias are getting stolen. The Hyundais, I'm not 100% sure. The Rivian has a huge ass battery. It takes forever, and it's not getting anywhere near 200 kilowatt hours. Still, 175 kilowatt hours is much closer to a one. Is much closer to 200 than 100. The ID4 max charging is 135 kilowatt hours, under 20%. Under 20%. So if as soon as it hits 20%, it drops from 137 kilowatts or 135 kilowatts down to like 120, and then it falls off. So at between like 30 and 50%, it might be getting 100. After it gets to 50%, it starts to taper off like crazy. Uh, Crazy. Oh man, now I'm yawning. I need to stop. All right, good night. Sorry if I'm quitting. Started this. It made Laura yawn and go to sleep. So hopefully you're still awake. Yeah. Owner of a local barbecue joint in Dallas has a Rivian. Nice. Quit since I didn't do anything. Jimmy says, night, Laura. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Except for what she brought with her, Jimmy. We can't talk about it. But, you know. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Man. All right, I'm out of sunflower seeds. And I don't want to pour more in my cup. Because I'm going to put the can over there. It is about time to go to bed. EV Talk seems to always clear the room. Thank you for the discontinued seed. You're welcome, Angela. So very welcome. I am hot. I feel like I want a dessert or something. Ugh. Ready for bed. Back to food. No. Let's not talk about food. Nah. Oh, Angela, you know what I want to do? So speaking of food that I want to try. I want to try to cook jackfruit. I don't really know where to get it from around here. I know Marcus told me that he has been getting some jackfruit, but the jackfruit he's been getting is like super expensive, and there's not very much in the pack or something like that. It's a whole bunch of stuff with it. What do you cook for a diverse crowd of 100? Are you going to be in the said crowd? Because I always ask about, I won't say food allergies, but food aversions, if you will, so that I can make sure that I have food for everyone. Quince says, try tip. We could always take a road trip to the freezer. Shh, that's not dessert, Jimmy. That is definitely not dessert. Jimmy trying. You know what, Jimmy? This is what I'm gonna do. Jimmy trying to set me up. So I'm not going to the freezer, though. I'm gonna take a swig of this 100 proof hot. All right, Jimmy. Like I said, take a swig of that 100 proof hot. Nothing left in my cup. Goodness. I don't want to pour any more because I shouldn't have had as much as I drank already. Tried. Okay. She likes it. I get it from Mom with Whole Foods. Yeah. Jackfruit at HEB. Grandpa says NOHEB is near ME. Okay. Bushy Bato, what's up? He says, hey there, peeps. How you doing, Jason? Been a minute. I feel like that Bushy Bato, it just runs off the mouth, like runs off the lips. Bushy Bato. I wasn't happy or sad about it. Wasn't happy or sad. If you were just like, I want to be like, okay, well, then I could take it or leave it. Like, I'm not pressed to do it because it's gonna cost me money. Jimmy said I got you covered. Oh, Jimmy, let me just tell you, I want to, I want to get some stuff and like triple. Well, I want some like triple or quadruple distilled something. Like I want it to be so high in proof that I'm just gonna be like, it sets a fire from just the top being popped. Jerry says, "Hey, Dash, my bro, what's up, Jerry? How you doing?" I said, "Oh, we will eat it." Yeah. Bushibato says I passed through Maryland on my way to Virginia. Dash, thought about you. Where in Virginia were you headed? Still looking for that sauce, Jerry. Angela says, "Yeah, Jerry. If you want to send some sauce to Angela, you can send it via my PO box. It is listed in the description down below. It's gonna be Still Drum Smokers Barbecue, PO Box 3246, 3296. It's listed in the description. You know. Oh, I moved here, Henrico, near Richmond. Oh man, dude. You know what's so funny? My wife actually, it's not really funny, but my wife broke down in the EV last week it was in Henrico. It was near Richmond. Well, she was technically north of Richmond. She had a blowout. Like one of the tires lost air. She had a blowout. Had to have the vehicle towed to a dealer. Got the tire replaced, and then she was headed to Richmond for work. It was not a very good day. Not a very good day. Yes, we need to do some barbecue. Buffalo. Uh, hmm. Barbecue buffalo? Angela says, oh, you in the country. Why are you talking about that man like that? Why? Why are you talking about that man like that? It's pronounced, how do you say it? Enrico? Enrico? Is it pronounced how you say it, or is it Henrico? Bushibato. Bushibato was in, I swear, he was in Cali. Jason, right? Where was it Cali? You were out in Cali? I haven't heard. I've heard it both ways on the news. I heard Henrico. Oh, Henrico? Yeah, I thought Bushibato was from Cali. Some of you guys are memorable. I mean, not for nothing. I try to remember you guys. but I think it's Henrico. Henrico. Not like Henrico. I could see Henrico as well. Henrico? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, leave it to but it's in Southern Virginia, so that's kind of country. So that's why I'm like, I swear it's like Henrico. I heard Buffalo is good barbecue style. I mean, Buffalo, you say Buffalo, I think immediately Buffalo wings. Excuse me. Henrico. Mm. Jordan Poole is trash. All right, well, I guess you know what? We're going to end tonight's live stream on that. Butcher Batos, it's funny how things work. That your wife was right down Broad Street for all I know. Yo, so she was at the Volkswagen dealership in Richmond, which I think was on like Broadway or hold on, actually. I still have the notes as to where she was because I was oh goodness. I was trying to call around to different places and other things like that. She was at Safford Brown. That was the Volkswagen dealership she was in or at in Richmond. But there's two Volkswagen dealerships in Richmond. She was at the one on the northern part of Richmond. It's further northern because where she had to blow out on the highway. That dealer, the Safford Brown, was closer to where she was for the tow truck. Let's see. Bushy Bata says my usual timing. When says, Lord, we glad you got pants on. It's Buffalo lean. I'm not 100% sure. Barbecue Buffalo. I don't know. KB says good night. Catch you all on the next one. Yes, indeed. I am fading fast. I think. Damn. I don't. I guess I'm just gonna have. I found some honey roasted peanut butter. It is fantastic. Bushy Bato says night. 100 proof kick this butt. No, I've been up this morning since 4 a.m. 4 a.m. today. I swear, it's like, yo, I did not sleep very well last night. I was up like every 2 hours. And then I went to sleep last night, probably was about 10, and then I was up at 2:30. Like, bing. And at 2:30, I was up for about a half an hour or so before I finally was like, all right, I'm going to watch a dumb video on YouTube to fall asleep to. Fell asleep, then was up again at 3:30. That dumb video on YouTube worked last time. Let's rewind it and watch it again. Right to sleep. And then I was up again at 4:17. It was ridiculous. And then I was like, all right, I'm not gonna put on a video. It's like I'm just gonna sit here and think what I have to do today. Excuse me. And I like dozed off, and I was wide awake again at 4:30. Honey roasted peanut butter. Dave, I was about to go get it to show you the bottle, but yo, I swear it's a. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. trying to find it. I don't see it. I don't see it anymore, which means my kids found it and it's gone. I don't know if it was like, I don't think it was Jif, but yo, this honey roasted peanut butter, it was like salted honey roasted. It was fantastic. It was so good. Like I said, I think my kids may have found it, and yeah. Yes, I have had honey roasted PB Skippy. That's all I used to eat for years. And now I started doing natural peanut butter. Try to be healthy. You know, it's crazy. So my wife bought some low sugar or low salt. It was supposed to be better for you peanut butter, and it was worse. Like the carbohydrates were worse, and the sugars in it were worse, and it was. I was like, yo, this is nothing. I'm not sure, Dave, who makes the honey roasted barbecue. Excuse me, honey roasted peanut butter. Try my videos. We'll put you in the comment. Yeah, always enjoy them. Yes, Skippy was roasted honey peanut. Nah, make sure low carb, low salt. What's everyone's Memorial Day cook? Man, Memorial Day is weeks away. I don't even know what I'm cooking this weekend. Shoot, talking about Memorial Day. What's actually kind of funny is Memorial Day is my anniversary weekend. It'll be 19 years. 19. Yep. And on that fun fact, I'm going to leave you guys and wish you a adieu. So thank you guys so very much for hanging out. Yeah. It just sounds delicious, yo. The honey roasted peanut was delicious. Fantastic. Quentin says 90. Yes, Quentin. Good night to you too. Angela, good night. Shout out to Bumpy. Yes, indeed. Bushy Batos, as Jason says, good night, Dash. See you around. Probably will. Marlon says, nights. David from Blind Man Cooking says, night all. Bushy Batos says, night, everyone. Night. Night, John Boy. Bumpy, hope you made it past the EB talk. Grumpa says, good night, Dashing, everybody. Yeah, he made it past the EB talk. Yo, Bumpy be bored at work, and he be like, I'll listen to anything that I can. Yes, Bumpy, I need you to honk the horn randomly. Definitely. This is like the Waltons. Yes, indeed, Hojo. Good night, Hojo. Good night, Angela. Good night, Jimmy. Good night, David. Good night, Bumpy. Good night, Grumpus. Definitely. All right. I'm going to bed now before I start yelling out anybody else's name. Thank you so very much, and I'm gone.